morning, all of you. In this session, I am going to explain about types of beams and types of loads and some simple problems on beams. I will explain in this session. These are the two example problems. Okay. In this session, I will explain. Before going to the problems, first of all, you have to know the fundamentals about the beams. First of all, what is beam? A structural element which is subjected to load transfers to its axis is known as beam. Okay, a structural element which is subjected to load transfers load to its axis is known as beam. Okay, let's consider a horizontal beam AB. Okay, F1, F2 are the two transverse loads. Okay, F1 and F2 are the two transverse loads. That means these loads are perpendicular to the axis of the beam. Okay, so these two loads are perpendicular to the axis of the beam. Okay, so these F1, F2 are the transverse loads. Now R1, R2 are the support reactions. Okay, so a structure element which is subjected to load transfers to its axis is known as beam. Okay, now types of supports used for beams. First one is a smooth or rough support. Let's consider a block of weight W placed on a horizontal plane, smooth or a rough horizontal plane. Okay, then the total weight of the block always acts vertically downwards. Then the opposite reaction force will make an angle 90 degrees with respect to the support. Okay, so this is the motion of the block. Okay, here the vertical motion is restricted, so you have to consider vertical reaction force. So there is no vertical motion, so you have to consider vertical reaction force. Okay, now second one is a roller support. So this is the symbol for roller support. Okay, these two are the rollers. Okay, let's consider a block of weight W. Okay, now here this is the support, horizontal support. So you have to consider a vertical reaction force because the direction of motion of this block is like this. Okay, here there is no vertical motion. Okay, there is no vertical motion, so we have to consider a vertical reaction force. Okay, always reaction force makes an angle 90 degrees with respect to the support. Okay, now coming to the another type, knife edge support. This is the symbol of the knife edge support. Now let's consider a horizontal beam, and this is the support, knife edge support. Then you have to consider two reaction forces, vertical reaction force and horizontal reaction force. Okay, a beam supported on the knife edges is shown in figure. The reaction forces in case of knife edge support will be normal to the surface of the beam. The reaction force with the free body diagram of the beam is shown in figure. Okay, now coming to the another type, that is a fixed or built-in support. Fixed support or built-in support. Let's consider a horizontal beam. Okay, this is a fixed support. This figure shows the end A or so one end of the beam fixed. Okay, hence the support at one end is known as a fixed support. In case of fixed support, the reaction will be inclined. Also, the fixed support will provide a couple. Hinged support. Hinged support also known as pin joint support. A beam which is hinged at one end is shown in figure. The reaction at the hinged end may be either vertical or inclined depending upon the type of loading. Okay. If the load is vertical, then the reaction will also vertical. But if the load is inclined, then the reaction at the hinged end will also be inclined. Okay. So this is the motion of the beam. Okay, these all are important supports used for beams. Now coming to the another types of beams. Types of beams. First one is a simply supported beam. A beam supported or resting freely on the supports at its both ends is known as a simply supported beam. Okay, a beam supported or resting freely on the supports at its both ends. Okay, both ends of the beam is known as simply supported beam. Then you have to consider a reaction force like this. Okay, here F1, F2 are the two transverse loads. Okay, R1, R2 are the normal reactions at the supports. Okay, here this one is a roller support, this one is a knife edge support. Now second one is the overhanging beam. If the end portion of a beam is extended beyond the support, such beam is known as overhanging beam. Here let's consider a beam. This one is a simply supported beam. Okay, if the end portion of the beam is extended beyond the support, okay, such beam is known as overhanging beam. Okay, friends, this is a simply supported beam. When the end portion of the beam is extended beyond the support, such beam is known as overhanging beam. Okay, here between these two supports, this beam is simply support beam. After that it is a overhanging beam. Okay, F1, F2 are the loads, R1, R2 are the support reactions. Okay, continuous beam. A beam which is provided more than two supports as shown in figure. Here you can observe F1, F2 are the two loads, transverse loads. Here R1, R2 are the support reactions. Here R3, R4 also support reactions. Here a beam which is provided more than two supports as shown in here is known as continuous beam. Okay, in continuous beam we have to consider more than two supports. Okay, fixed beam or built-in support beam. A beam which is both ends or fixed or built-in walls is known as fixed beam. Okay, a beam whose both ends are fixed or built-in walls is known as fixed beam. Okay, F1, F2 are the transverse loads. Okay, AB is the fixed beam. Okay, here these two are the fixed ends. Now the last one is cantilever beam. A beam which is fixed at one end and free at the other end is known as cantilever beam. Okay, a beam which is fixed at one end and free at the other end is known as cantilever beam. Okay, here AB is the beam. Here one left end is fixed and right side end is free. Okay, F1, F2 are the transverse loads. Okay, so these are the important sign conversions for solving the problems. For right side action, you have to consider positive sign. For left side action, you have to consider negative sign. For upward action, you have to consider positive sign. For downward action, you have to consider negative sign. Okay. So this is a clockwise movement or clockwise couple. For this couple, you have to consider negative sign. For anti-clockwise couple or anti-clockwise movement, you have to consider positive sign. Okay. For solving the beam problems, first of all, you have to know the fundamental about Wagner's theorem or principle of moments. Moment of resultant force F about moment center A is equal to sum of moments its components about the same moment center. Let's consider a beam. Here F1, F2, F3 are the transverse loads. Okay. Here F1 force makes, yeah, let's consider D1, D2, D3 are the perpendicular distances. Already we know that moment of force is equal to force into perpendicular distance between the force and the point, turning point. Okay, here let's consider a point A as a turning point. Okay, here D1 is the distance between force F1 and point A. And D2 is the distance between force F2 and point A. And D3 is the distance between the point A and force F3. Okay. So D1, D2, D3 are the perpendicular distances. Okay. F1, F2, F3, F4 are the transverse loads. Moment of force F1 about point A is equal to F1 into D1. Similarly, moment of force F2 equal to F2 into distance D2. Okay. Moment of force equal to force into perpendicular distance. Okay. D1, D2, D3 are the perpendicular distances. Okay. Now, moment of force F3 about point A is equal to force F3 into distance D3. Okay. Sum of all moments of forces about point A equal to 0. Then F1 D1 plus or minus F2 D2 plus or minus F3 D3 and so on equal to 0. If this system of forces all are in equilibrium condition, then you have to equating these forces to 0. Here for clockwise movement, you have to consider negative sign. For anti-clockwise movement, you have to consider positive sign. Okay. So here plus indicates anti-clockwise movement. Negative sign indicates clockwise movement. Okay. Now this is the example problem. A simply supported beam AB of a span 6 meters carries a point load of 6 kilonewtons at a distance of 4 meters from the left end A. Find the reactions at the supports. Okay, this is the given question. Here there is no diagram. Okay. From given question, first of all, you have to draw a diagram. Okay. Here the type of beam is simply supported beam. So first you have to consider a simply supported beam AB of a span 6 meters. Span means the distance between two supports. Okay, the distance between two supports is called span. That means the length of the beam is 6 meters. And here the point load is 6 kilonewtons. This point load is acting at a distance of 4 meters from left end. So let's consider a horizontal beam, and this one is the roller support, this one is knife edge support. Okay, this is a simply supported beam. Now let's consider a point load. point load 6 kilonewtons at a distance of 4 meters. 4 meters from the left support. Okay, here 6 meters is the total length of the beam. Okay, this point load acting at a distance of 4 meters from left end. Okay, now you have to consider a reaction force at the supports. Okay, R1 is the reaction force at the end, left end. R2 is the reaction force at end B. Okay, here from this question you have to calculate the support reactions R1 and R2. Okay, here these two are the unknowns. We have to determine these two values. Okay, for determining the value of R1 and R2, we have to resolve all the forces vertically and horizontally. So these are the important sign conversions. For upward action, you have to consider positive sign. For downward action, you have to consider negative sign. Okay. Sum of all horizontal forces equal to Fx equal to 0. Here, there are no horizontal forces. Okay. There are no horizontal forces. So Fx equal to 0. Now let's consider vertical forces. Resolve all forces. Sum of all vertical forces Fy equal to 0. Here, for upward action, you have to consider positive sign. So R1, R2, 6 kilonewtons. These three are the vertical forces. So plus R1 plus R2 minus 6 equal to 0. For upward action, you have to consider positive sign. For downward action, you have to consider negative sign. Okay. From this equation, R1 plus R2 equal to 6 kilonewtons. Okay. This is the equation number 1. For determining these two values, we need another equation. So you have to consider moments about point A. Okay. Now let's consider sum of all moments about point A equal to 0. Okay. Already we know that moment of force equal to force into perpendicular distance. Okay. Here R1, R2, 6 kilonewtons. These three are the vertical forces. Okay. 4 meters, 6 meters are the two perpendicular distances. Okay. 6 kilonewtons, 4 meters is the perpendicular distance for 6 kilonewtons force. 6 meters is the perpendicular distance for R2 force. Okay, R2 reaction. For R1 reaction force, you have to consider 0 distance. Okay, because this reaction force R1 passing through point A, so there is no perpendicular distance for reaction force R1. For clockwise moment, you have to consider negative sign. For anti-clockwise moment, you have to consider positive sign. Okay, so for R1 here, R1 is the force and perpendicular distance is 0. R1 into 0. Okay, because there is no perpendicular distance between reaction force R1 and point A. Okay. Now 6 meters is the perpendicular distance between point A and reaction force R2. So R2 into 6 meters. This is the anti-clockwise moment. So you have to consider positive sign. Now 4 meters is the perpendicular distance between the point A and force 4 kilonewtons. Okay, this is a clockwise moment, so you have to consider negative sign. Okay, from this equation R2 equal to 4 kilonewtons. Okay, the reaction force at right end support is 4 kilonewtons. Okay, already we know that R1 plus R2 equals 6 kilonewtons. Okay, from this equation, you can get the value of R1. Okay, R2 equal to 4 kilonewtons. So you have to substitute the value of 4 kilonewtons in this equation. After substituting the value of R2, you can get the value of R1. R1 equal to 2 kilonewtons. So these two are the reaction forces. R1 is the support, is the reaction force at left end support. R2 is the reaction force at right end support. Okay. Now coming to the another problem, a simply supported beam AB of a span 6 meters carries point load of 3 kilonewtons and 6 kilonewtons at a distance of 2 meters and 4 meters from the left end A. Find the reactions at the supports. Okay, this is the given question. From given question, first of all, you have to identify the given values, and after that, you have to draw a diagram. Okay, here the beam is simply support beam. So first of all, you have to consider a simply support beam AB. Okay, so these are the two supports. Okay, A and B. Okay, AB is the length of the beam. Length of the beam equal to 6 meters. Okay, length of the beam equal to 6 meters. Now you have to consider 3 kilonewtons and 6 kilonewtons point loads at a distance of 2 meters and 4 meters from the left end A. Okay, so 3 kilonewtons at a distance of 2 meters from the left end and 6 kilonewtons at a distance of 4 meters from left end. Okay, this is the diagram. After that, you have to consider reaction forces at the supports. Okay, these are the two normal reactions. R1, R2 are the support reactions at the ends. For determining the reaction forces R1 and R2, you have to consider these sign conversions. Okay. Here there are no horizontal forces, so sum of all horizontal forces equal to 0. Now here there are four vertical forces R1, R2, 3 kilonewtons, 6 kilonewtons. These four are vertical forces. So sum of all vertical forces Fy equal to 0. Here R1, R2 positive sign, 3 kilonewtons, 6 kilonewtons. These two are negative sign. Okay, for upward action you have to consider positive sign. For downward action you have to consider negative sign. Okay, so for downward direction you have I consider minus sign for these two forces. Okay, from this equation you can get the another equation R1 plus R2 equal to 9 kilonewtons. Okay, so here there are two unknowns, so we need another equation for solving these two reactions. Okay, for that purpose I consider moments, sum of all moments about point A. Sum of all moments about point A equal to 0. Here 2 meters, 2 meters, 4 meters, 6 meters. These three are perpendicular distances. Okay, 2 meters is the perpendicular distance between the point A and 3 kilonewtons force. 4 meters is the perpendicular distance between point A and 6 kilonewtons. 6 meters is the perpendicular distance between point A and reaction force R2. Okay, but here R1 passing through a point A. So there is no perpendicular distance between force R1 and point A. Okay, there is no perpendicular distance between reaction force R1 and point A. Okay, so these are the important sign conversions. Okay, here R1 passing through a point A. So R1 into 0 distance and R2 passing through a point B at a distance of 6 meters from point A. So 6 meters is the perpendicular distance. So 6 into R2 is the moment of a force R2. Now this 3 kilonewtons force passing through a point C at a distance of 2 meters from point A. So 2 meters is the perpendicular distance. So 3 into 2 meters. Now 6 kilonewtons is the force and the perpendicular distance is 4 meters. So 4 into 6 is the moment of force of a 6 kilonewtons force. For clockwise couple, you have to consider negative sign. For anti-clockwise couple, you have to consider positive sign. Okay. From this equation, you can get the value of reaction force R2. Okay, reaction force R2 at the right end support. Okay, from this equation, the reaction force at right end support R2 equal to 5 kilonewtons. After getting the reaction force R2, you have to substitute this value in this equation. R1 plus R2 equal to 9 kilonewtons. Okay. After substituting the value of R2, you can get the value of R1, reaction force R1. Okay, reaction force R1 at left end support. R1 equal to 4 kilonewtons. Okay, R1 and R2 are the support reactions at the supports. Okay, so this is the answer for this problem. Okay, now coming to the another important problem. A simply supported beam AB of a span 9 meters carries uniformly distributed load. Uniformly distributed load or UDL load of 10 kilonewton per meter. 10 kilonewton per meter for a distance of 6 meters from the left end A. Find the reactions at the supports. Okay. First of all, you have to draw a diagram. Okay. So this is a simply support beam, and here this one is a UDL load, uniformly distributed load. Here 10 kilonewton per meter is the intensity of the UDL load. Okay. Intensity of UDL is 10 kilonewton per meter. Okay. A simply support beam AB of a span 9 meters carries a uniformly distributed load of 10 kilonewton per meter for a distance of 6 meters from the left end. 6 meters from left end. Okay. Find the reactions at the supports. At the supports A and B. Okay. Here A and B are the two supports. You have to determine the support reactions. So let's consider intensity of UDL equal 10 kilonewton per meter. Okay, per meter. For each 1 meter length, you have to consider 10 kilonewtons load. Okay, that means intensity. Here the length of the UDL is AC. Length of the UDL equal to AC. AC equal to 6 meters. Okay, the length of UDL AC equal to 6 meters. After that, you have to convert this intensity into point load. For that purpose, you have to use this formula. For converting this intensity into point load, you have to use this formula. Total UDL equal to intensity into load, intensity into distance. Okay, intensity into length of UDL. Okay, so here the intensity is 10 kilonewton per meter into length of the UDL equals 6 meters. Okay, meter cancel. So total UDL in kilonewtons. Okay, 10 into 6 equals 60 kilonewtons is the total UDL. Now you have to convert this diagram into point load. ABC is the simple support beam. Okay, here I converted this uniformly distributed load into point load. Okay, okay. Here total UDL equal to 60 kilonewtons. This UDL total UDL always acts at the mid-span of the midpoint of the UDL. Okay, here AC is the length of the UDL, so you have to consider a midpoint of AC. That means here the length of UDL equals 6 meters. So the total UDL always acts at the center of the UDL. Okay, that means you have to consider half of the distance. Okay, so here this point load acts at a distance of 3 meters from the end A. Okay, that is half of the length of the UDL. Okay, now we have to consider vertical forces, sum of all vertical forces Fy equal to 0. Here there are 3 vertical forces R1, R2 and total UDL. Okay, for upward action you have to consider positive sign, for downward action you have to consider negative sign. Okay, plus R1 plus R2 minus 60 equal to 0. Okay, this is the equation number 1. R1 plus R2 equal to 60 kilonewtons is the equation number 1. Here there are 2 unknowns. For solving these 2 unknowns, we need another equation. Okay, so for that purpose, I consider moments, sum of all moments about point A. Okay, here 3 meters is the perpendicular distance between point A and force 60 newtons. And 9 meters is the perpendicular distance between point A and reaction force R2. Now R1 passing through a point A. So there is no perpendicular distance between force, reaction force R1 and point A. Okay. For clockwise direction, you have to consider negative sign. For upward action, for anti-clockwise direction, you have to consider positive sign. Here R1 into zero distance. R1 passing through a point A. So moment of force R1 about point A equal to 0 plus moment of force R2 about point A equal to R2 into distance, R2 into 9 meters. Now moment of force 60 kilonewtons. 60 kilonewtons is the UDL. Okay, 60 kilonewtons into perpendicular distance 3 meters. From this equation, you can get the value of reaction force R2. R2 equal 20 kilonewtons. Okay, reaction force at right end support. Okay, R2 is the reaction force at right end support. R2 equal 20 kilonewtons. Already we know the equation R1 plus R2 equal 60 kilonewtons. Okay, from this equation, you can get the value of R1 reaction force. Okay, now you have to substitute the value of R2 in this equation. Okay, now you can get the value of R1 equal to 40 kilonewtons. Okay, so R1 is the support reaction force at left end support. Okay, R2 is the support reaction at right end. Okay, these two are the answers for this problem. Okay, friends. Now, this is the last example problem in this session. A simply supported beam AB of length 10 meters carries uniformly distributed load and 2-point loads as shown in figure. Find the reactions at the supports. Here this is the given diagram. ABCD is the beam, simply supported beam. Okay, DC or CD is the uniformly distributed load. Okay, 10 kilonewton per meter is the intensity of the UDL load. And there are 2-point loads. 3 kilonewtons and 6 kilonewtons are the 2-point loads. Okay. Now 3 meters is the distance between 3 kilonewtons and 6 kilonewtons. 1 meter is the distance between end support A and point D. And 6 meters is the distance between point C and D. That is the length of the UDL. 6 meters is the length of the UDL. 10 kilonewton per meter is the intensity of the UDL. Okay. Now from this diagram, intensity of the UDL equal to 10 kilonewton per meter, and the length of the UDL equal to CD. CD is the length of the UDL equal to 6 meters. Now you have to convert this UDL into point load. Okay, for that purpose, you have to use this formula. Total UDL equal to intensity into length of the UDL. Okay, here the intensity is 10 kilonewton per meter and the length is 6 meters. So 10 into 6 equal to 60 kilonewtons is the total UDL. Okay. Now you have to convert this UDL into point load. This is ABCD beam, simply support beam. Okay. Here you can observe, I consider these 2-point loads as it is. Okay. And here I consider a point load 60 kilonewtons. Okay. Between the point C and D. Okay. Always UDL load acts at the center of the UDL. Okay. Here the center of the UDL is this one. That means the distance between this force and point D, and the distance between C and this force is equal, 3 meters and 3 meters. Now R1, R2 are the support reactions. Okay. Now you have to apply. Now you have to resolve all vertical forces. Sum of all vertical forces equal 0. Here there are 5 vertical forces. Okay, there are 5 vertical forces. two forces are reaction forces, three forces are transverse loads. For upward action, you have to consider positive sign. For downward action, you have to consider negative sign. Okay. R1 plus R2 equal to minus 60, minus 3, minus 6. Okay. R1, R2 are upward forces. 60 kilonewton, 3 kilonewton, 6 kilonewton. These three are downward forces. Okay. For downward forces, you have to consider negative sign. Okay. From this equation, you can get the another equation R1 plus R2 equals 69 kilonewtons. Okay. Here there are two unknowns. Okay, for solving these two unknowns, we need another equation. For that purpose, I consider moments about point A. Here 4 meters is the perpendicular distance between the force 60 kilonewtons and point A, and 7 meters is the perpendicular distance between point C and A. 10 meters is the perpendicular distance between the reaction force R2, 6 kilonewtons force between point A and B. Okay, 10 meters is the perpendicular distance between point A and B. Okay, here R1 passing through point A, so zero distance between point A and R1 reaction. Now consider moments about point A. R1 into zero distance. Okay, zero distance, zero perpendicular distance between R1 and point A, plus R2 into distance 10 meters, minus 60 into 4 meters, minus 3 into 7 meters, minus 6 into 10 meters. Okay, 10 meters equal to 0. From this equation, you can get the value of reaction force R2 equal to 32.1 kilonewton. Okay, this is the support reaction force at right end support. Okay, R2 is the right end support reaction. From equation number 1, R1 plus R2 equal to 69 kilonewtons. From this equation, you can get the value of R1. Now you have to substitute the value of R2 in this equation. Okay. Now you can get the value of reaction force R1 equal to 36.9 kilonewtons. Okay. This is the reaction force at the left end support. Okay. These two are the answers for this problem. R1 and R2 are the support reactions. Okay. In next class, I will explain more problems. Okay.